Hello, Bella is delighted to offer you valuable insights on interpersonal relationships and intimacy. By subscribing to our free channel and dedicating 5 minutes of your time, you can promote family harmony and save on consultation fees. Intelligent women, when faced with well-intentioned lies from men, choose not to expose them, even if they see through them. Furthermore, women need to remain cautious. Well-intentioned lies are still lies, despite their good intentions. Even though his initial intentions may be good, we still need to recognize our weaknesses and vulnerabilities in the lies, because it is these weaknesses that allow men to easily manipulate us. Therefore, acknowledging our vulnerabilities, understanding our weaknesses, and mastering ourselves are the basic principles of dealing with men. We have all told many well-intentioned lies to preserve men's dignity, and have even said things against our own feelings to conceal their flaws. However, most well-intentioned lies are just expressions of goodwill and sympathy towards the outside world. In many situations, they are not genuine. When we encounter such situations, we should respond with understanding and tolerance instead of minding or resenting them. In the interaction between men and women, there are also many lies that need to be evaluated. If you believe in sweet words, don't blame the man for hurting or disappointing you in the near future. After all, when it comes to matters of the heart, it takes time and understanding for emotions to settle. If you lack wisdom, you should be cautious and careful in seeking true happiness. Firstly, men often say, "I only love you." Love can indeed be sincere, but it can only guarantee seriousness and dedication for a certain period of time. In the process of getting along, there will inevitably be situations that are not compatible, such as your beauty or pride making him feel inferior and timid. Once the conditions between both parties are unequal, love becomes distorted either by pleasing the other or compromising oneself. When a man tells you that he only loves you at a certain time, you can feel happy and excited, but please learn to face it calmly and not immerse yourself in such a simplistic statement. Women are naturally more sensitive and easily get caught up in romantic love, so you must understand that a man's love can change. Although it may not lead to infidelity, it can undergo subtle changes with time and space. In this process, we should not always compare it with past romance, but rather acknowledge everything that happens in the present, even if it may seem plain and simple, as that is the norm of life. Next, pay attention to a man's promises. Besides emotions, there are many calculations involved in human interactions. Often, you can't tell whether someone is sincere or fake. If you haven't clarified everything and you give your sincere heart, in the end, it is you who will be hurt. When a man sweet-talks you, saying he will give you valuable gifts in the future or take care of all your living expenses, please take time to evaluate this happiness on your own. Don't take it too seriously, it is the wise choice. You can truly feel love and warmth from his attitude. Don't become overly dependent or have excessive expectations. When your expectations are too high, don't blame others for disappointing you. After all, love should not be driven by self-interest. If you attempt to seek security in life through love, you are betraying the original intention of love. If you try to gain material nourishment through love, you are abandoning your true self. Even if someone loves you deeply, it is not right to rely on them too much. After all, we are independent individuals who should rely on ourselves to create a beautiful life, rather than depending solely on men. For women, there is often inequality in the process of love between both parties. Sometimes, the more you give, the less you receive. Sometimes, even if you give everything, all you receive is endless hurt. If a person can only fulfill your material needs, but doesn't know how to give, understand, and cherish you, then this relationship doesn't hold much meaning. After all, women hope to have someone to accompany them, to share the burden, and to create a happy life with their partners. But someone who treats relationships as transactions and likes to calculate everything, how much can they truly love you? Sweet words are useless when it comes to emotions because anyone can say nice things, but actions speak louder than words. 100 promises are not as valuable as one tangible action. This is the attitude a mature man should have towards women. The attitude shown by men in reality is often a big illusion. I hope you won't mind and that you can find inner peace instead of stubbornly demanding fulfillment from him. Lastly, be cautious of men's compliments. After all, if a man has even a bit of emotional intelligence, he will go along with your preferences and wouldn't directly criticize your figure. When a man tells you that you are not fat, just appreciate the warmth and goodwill without taking it too seriously. We know our own bodies best and don't need others to pass judgment on them. Besides, men's aesthetic preferences are different from women's. Every man wants their loved one to be curvaceous, slim-looking, but with a satisfying touch. These men judge good and bad, superiority and inferiority based solely on their feelings. They won't care about whether your weight is too heavy or how your figure looks. A man who truly loves you will prioritize your health, whether you are fat or thin, tall or short. He will appreciate your current physical condition. So when you become overly excited about certain words from a man, it is often a sign of immaturity and ignorance. Intelligent women simply listen and take appropriate action while maintaining a sense of seriousness and sincerity. They don't excessively dwell on things, nor do they care too much. They maintain a dignified social attitude, which demonstrates respect for the differences in male and female perspectives or thinking. Even when a love relationship has been established, it is important to respect and understand each other. This is not excessive caution, but rather a willingness to cultivate lasting connections. Sweet words only serve to intensify the feelings of love and cannot change the true intentions of the other person. When you become overly obsessed with sweet words, remember to stay clear-headed and calm, and maintain at least a minimal level of judgment, so as not to put yourself in an awkward situation during the interaction. Thank you for taking the time to watch our program. If you want to delve deeper into these topics, please follow our channel, where we will continually bring you more practical information and advice.